Hello from Stockton-on-Tees for the River Rat Race, the annual 10K run and romp around this historic English town. These guys are in for action, adventure and some very daring dunks. More than 1,000 rat racers have converged on the banks of the Tees for this event, which caps off a fantastic summer of sports and arts here in Stockton. Let's join Patrick Winterton to find out more.
Stockton-on-Tees, right up in the northeast of England. It's very much a happening place and there are plenty of activities and attractions on offer. The Newport Bridge, built in 1934 and opened by the Duke of York. And not far away, a replica of Captain Cook's HM Bark Endeavour. The Infinity Bridge, best seen on a calm, dark night. And they've had a summer of activity here, 3 days in July for the Stockton Cycling Festival. And with the River Tees and the widest high street in Great Britain, the perfect venue for the Stockton International Riverside Festival. Street theatre, circus dance, music, pyrotechnics from all around the world. And to cap off this amazing summer, we have the Stockton Rat Race, the original rat race, and 1,000 competitors turning up to compete this year. They use the Infinity Bridge to cross the River Tees for the first time. It's a 10-kilometre race interspersed with obstacles over the Newport Bridge and then to the Tees International Whitewater Centre before they head back down across the river. They're constantly getting wet. And then the highlight, or the dreaded moment for many, the leap from Captain Cook's boat into the water.
So the all-important warm-up is underway and the excitement here in the event village and quite a bit of tension is building. Have you heard anything that worries you?
Pretty much everything, really.
Yeah, I have actually, yeah.
Can you swim? No.
Nah. I can't swim.
Ladies, you're looking beautiful and very well prepared for today's race, and you've even just had your hair done.
It needs to be done, needs to keep it out of the way for when we go in the pirate ship.
You're looking a little apprehensive, dare I say.
I'm scared of heights, so that's shaping me, yeah. We're going to do a running bomb and it's going to be great fun.
Do you often dress up as crayons?
Not in a day-to-day life.
Have you done this race before?
I haven't, no, it's my first one.
Are you looking forward to it?
I'm so excited, I've been up all night, like, so excited, every 5 minutes I'm excited.
The atmosphere is brilliant, getting wet, I love getting wet. Jumping off the Endeavour is a real bonus. I just love it.
While some are on the banks of the Tees to be in it, others take part in the River Rat Race to win it. Let's meet some of the Stockton speed merchants here today.
The first wave is the one that contains the elite athletes and those who have a chance of winning. Scott Ellis amongst them.
Time-wise, I did quite well, so hopefully this year, a bit more serious, first wave, we'll give it an attempt. So.
And what about training for the event? What have you done in preparation for today?
Well, I just race nearly every weekend, so I don't get to train, but I did the Dirty Weekend rat race, which is 20 miles, so that was perfect training.
So you're feeling confident then? You're here to win today?
Yeah, I suppose so. We'll see how we get on, but it should be good fun.
Robert Young was only 11 seconds down on Scott Ellis last year, and he could save that amount on one obstacle.
I'm just going to see what the field's like, really. If it's a competitive field, then, you know, I'll go out hard with them. It depends on the competition on the day, really.
Now, obviously, you can train for a 10K, but the obstacles throw something different at you, don't they?
They do, yeah. It adds a bit of a challenge to it as well, and it's a bit of a laugh, really. That's the main thing.
Scott Ellis finished 4th last year. His twin brother Simon is another exceptionally good runner. I wonder what he can do.
It's time for the 1,000 competitors to take a deep breath in readiness for today's race, and it's time for Patrick Winterton to do the same before he talks you through it. Let's join the man on the mic for the start.
The countdown for the 2013 Stockton-on-Tees River Rat Race has started.
4, 3, 2, 1,
Well, you're always going to get a quick start after a build-up like that, and the sprint has started. This is an amazing pace, but surely it can't last. With thighs like that, I think sprinting or cycling may be the leader's forte. Remember, it is a 10-kilometre race. That would normally take 30 minutes without the obstacles, so you can add at least another 50% to that time. Little shortcut being taken there by Matthew Hurst in the black t-shirt, running smoothly. And he's certainly amongst the favourites to win today. Just looking further back, the blue shirt, that's Jack Page. A few people have been bigging up his chances of getting in the top 3 this year. He raced 2 years ago, finished in 11th on that occasion. Still Matt Hurst leading the way, setting the pace out front as the masses behind just settle into their own rhythm and prepare themselves mentally and physically for the first obstacle. The fluorescent vest of Scott Ellis, he looks very comfortable. He's a 34-minute 10K man, so he won't be struggling with the pace being set at the moment. And there is no doubt that he's done a little more training this year than he did last year when he finished 4th. And so much about this race is being familiar with the obstacles, being good at the skills. It's no good being an out-and-out runner. You need power in the upper body, and you need a huge amount of coordination as well. So the barriers. Ellis, he's going to be dizzy if he does any more spins getting through the first set of triangles, and he's allowed Jack Page just to break away as they head towards Infinity Bridge. A chance to take in the view up and down the tees. Well, always good to get through these obstacles early, because the more people there are, the harder it is to cover them quickly. Fancy dress won't help on these occasions. Surely it doesn't help to have short legs either. So Page and Scott Ellis. Ellis definitely the better runner. Page so far has looked the smoother over the one obstacle that they've covered. We'll see if that continues to be the case. They're heading up towards the barrage now, but one inflatable obstacle course to negotiate before they get there. They may look fairly innocuous, some of these, but they break your rhythm, take your breath away, and being smooth is just as important as being quick. Again, Jack Page, very quick. A little bit of gymnastics training, I suspect, from him. Scott Ellis digging in deep, but he's let a 50-metre gap open up. Matt Hurst, who had a very good start but has dropped away slightly, settling in. Rob Young also coming up alongside him. And the two leaders are together again. Well, what a fantastic contest we've got here. The man in yellow, Scott Ellis, by far and away the quicker runner, but Jack Page, the more skillful. The scramble net, okay on a day like this. In the past, that has been a quagmire. But they all know that at some stage, and pretty soon, they're going to be getting wet. And here we go, their first real introduction with the tees. A short swim across the lock gate. Now, it's not a long swim, but it's easy to throw away a few seconds. And for the first time, Jack Page is found wanting. Good little crossing from Scott Ellis. He's been joined by Matt Hurst, who's pushing hard. And Jack Page losing just a few metres. A good long jump helps. Not going too deep helps as well. Under the barrage now. One of those moments where it's worth just taking your time, getting your head low enough and your feet high enough. Nice work again from Jack Page. Rob Young pushing hard, trying to get in touch with the leaders. Further back, there are plenty who aren't interested in being up with the leaders. It's all about a new experience. Here comes the leading lady. That's Nicola Kent, who's had an excellent start and finds herself mixing it with some of the better men. Breaststroke, butterfly, doggy paddle, it doesn't matter. And the crayons make their mark on the barrage. Now let's have a look and see where the leaders are on the course. They've been past the barrage up towards Newport Bridge, where they cross the Tees once again and then back towards the water centre. The ascent of Newport Bridge. It's hard enough when you're fresh, but with thighs that are pumping full of lactate, a really big ask. Matt Hurst is up for it, and so is Rob Young. Jack Page still going well, but losing a little bit of ground to Scott Ellis, the leader. Scott on the top, and a fantastic view from 55 metres. Up and down, twists and turns all the time, taking care not to stumble, not to miss your footing. Scott Ellis still with the lead, and a really good battle going on between Jack Page and Rob Young. And a good decision by Jack Page, clearly in second place now.
How are you feeling? Not too bad. Just got to catch him up there first. Can you do it? Hopefully he's smelling the obstacles.
Well, I think Jack Page has sussed where his strengths lie as they approach the Tees International Whitewater Centre. A fantastic kayaking, canoeing, rafting facility. All fed by an Archimedes screw that can keep the water running all day long rather than just relying on the tidal water. And instead of going down it, our athletes have got to make their way up it. Scott Ellis the first to try. It's hard enough walking through still water, but when it's coming down against you, a really tough job. Jack Page has his way. Again, long legs, a big advantage in this river rat race. And again, Scott Ellis just taking his time, but this time he will get a really good look at Jack Page, and he'll know exactly what sort of an advantage he's got. It looks to be around 35-40 seconds at the moment. So a good section from Scott Ellis as he nears the end of this water section. Rob Young is still there. Matthew Hurst certainly hasn't given up the chase. He's back in fourth place at the moment. So Jack Page exits the Whitewater as Rob Young enters. Now Matthew Hurst has had a fantastic section because he's gained some 50 metres on Rob Young since they entered the water. Well, that sets us up with a fantastic situation. The winner of this wave likely to come from the leading four men at the moment. The masses have yet to reach this water obstacle. That's going to be an interesting occasion, and they've yet to reach the halfway stage. Well, the leaders head for home and the crux of the course.
This is a replica ship of the HM Bark Endeavour, which local sea captain James Cook used to travel hundreds of thousands of miles, discovering new parts of the world. Well, the rat racers have only got 10k to cover, but they are going to need a little of their local heroes' spirit of adventure before they complete their own voyage of discovery around Stockton. It is really quite a long way down. See you after the break. Welcome back to the Stockton River Rat Race, the 10k obstacle race that every year brings thousands of competitors and spectators to the historic banks of the River Tees. Although, of course, if we have anything to do with it, the competitors will spend a considerable amount of time in the water too. Let's rejoin Patrick Winterton as they slip, slide and splash their way to the finish line.
6 waves of over 170 competitors in each, and it's been all smiles for many of the racers, spectators enjoying it too. There are some serious racers up front, but the majority are here for a good time. And some are here just to prove themselves and get a little bit out of that comfort zone. It's not as easy as it might look. Plenty of volunteers on hand to help them through the water. Up front, Scott Ellis has had the leader's position pretty much to himself, but he's under pressure from Jack Page once again, who's the master of the obstacle, but not quite as quick across the ground. This time they go onto the water, and Scott Ellis seems to have taken the front seat in a double. Be interesting to see if Jack Page gets a better position. Ellis is going to find it difficult to steer with all his weight in front, and Jack Page not only getting the right position, he's got the right course as well, and he's going to get the lead in this River Rat Race for the first time in a long time. He led over Infinity Bridge, but has been looking at the back of Scott Ellis ever since. Situation is now reversed. How crucial is that move going to prove to be? And Jack Page, after a good display on the sit on top, is the first to reach the plank. No hesitation, straight in, good leap out, and he's saved himself a couple of metres of swimming. But he's going to be tough to catch now. Scott Ellis will be really disappointed. He must have been thinking about victory all the way round, but one mistake looks as though it could well cost him the win. He enters the water like an arrow. He's gone right down at the bottom. Well, patience has paid off for Jack Page. He hasn't made any mistakes, and provided he's saved something for the last stretch of running, victory should be his. A few more metres of swimming to go as we go back to the canal capers, and a tricky bridge to cross. This is the sort of obstacle that they're going to be remembering for a long time. And the wetter the boats get, the harder the obstacle becomes. It pays to be a leader. Ellis running well now and running hard, just in case Jack Page makes a mistake on the final obstacle, and here it is, the slippery wall. No problem at all for Jack Page. He's over, 10 metres to go. He is the champion for 2013.
I'll say sort of top 5, but I'll say first is obviously a bit of a bonus. It's quite close between myself, the guy had second. I think he just had to slip up on the kayaking, but yeah, no, pleased with it, yeah.
Well, you have to feel a little bit for Scott Ellis. A really strong performance.
I was full of running, still full of running at the end, but like I said, the obstacles would let us down, and it was the kayaking. Never mind.
Good finish from Rob Young, who comes in 4th, just behind Matt Hurst. Those two have had a great battle all the way round.
The obstacles I absolutely loved, and I'm quite a good swimmer. And in the little rapids bit, I did a front flip into the water and caught the back of the lad in front of me, which is all a bit daft but a bit fun, like. But it was really, really good fun.
And here comes the First Lady. She's 18th overall. Fantastic performance from Nicola Kent, and her time just 57 minutes.
I really enjoyed it. I was really nervous this morning, and I did it with my husband, and we had a bit of a competition to see who was going to be first across the line. And
please tell me it was you.
No, it just picked me, but I don't know, because at the time I'm not very good at swimming, so when we jumped off the boat, he was away.
Well, there's still plenty who've got to jump off the boat, and there are one or two who've been dreading this from the moment they started. In fact, they've been dreading it ever since they signed up for the race, because it's become a main feature of the Stockton-on-Tees River Rat Race. The leap from HM Bark Endeavour.
I feel sick. I'm going to be seasick.
Do not underestimate how difficult this is if you hate heights.
How are you feeling about this obstacle now you're here?
So excited. Really, really looking forward to it, yeah.
What about you? You're still very quiet. Oh, you're missing it. Why not? Don't chicken.
Well, you've got to admire her honesty on this occasion. The Pirates get their chance to walk the plank. Looks like they've done it before.
I need to shout something original.
What are you going to shout?
Geronimo.
Well, she might be pressed to get all that out as she goes down. Now, backing out is never easy in these situations, especially when there are hundreds of other competitors watching. Great support. And still, there's something left in the tank for a sprint at the finish. This is what it is all about. Here we go. If he doesn't go up, he's going straight through. He's made it. Great effort.
Dare I say that you look like a drowned rat?
Thanks, I feel like...
So close.
Oh, glad it's over. Absolutely. Hello, Dan.
You proud of your daddy?
Yeah, I think he did really, really well.
What do you think of the rat race then?
Dirty and cold and wet and really good fun.
I don't want to get down now. How do I get down?
The last obstacle, the final straw for some.
It was great, absolutely great. Madness, madness. Yeah, them rapids are mad.
What made you do it?
Challenge. It's Sunday morning as well, a nice after the beer. Yeah, can't whack it. Yeah.
Amazing times. Glad it's over. Knackered.
Well, that's another crowd-pleasing event coming to a close here in Stockton. But with many rat racers still to cross this final hurdle, there's still plenty to entertain. But make it, I'm sure they will. They've come to take on the Tees, and they're leaving with a smile. Until next year, bye-bye.